Listen, if I meet a beautiful woman and she has a child, it doesn't mean I won't fuck her. Doesn't mean I won't mess with her a little bit. But the chance of me being long term with that woman while she has another man's kid, for me personally, is 0%. And there's 3 reasons why that is. The first reason is I watched a documentary about gorillas about 6 years ago. And let me tell you something about how gorillas work. Right? So
I like this, by the way. Yo, I've taken a lot of human sociology based on how animals move.
100%.
Because we act like we're so independent, we're so socialized to deal with shit, but in reality, instinctually, we move like
100%.
Exactly. Go ahead.
We're animals, right? So let's look at how gorillas work. So if you have a bunch of gorillas let's say you have 5 gorillas and five male gorillas and 5 female gorillas in a fucking, I don't know what you call a pride of gorillas, but a bunch of motherfucking gorillas, yeah? 5 males, 5 females. That's not 5 couples. You have one alpha gorilla fucking all 5 women, and the other 4 gorilla men get no pussy unless they beat the alpha up, but they can't because he's the alpha, he's the big G. So the big G has all the gorillas, right? Once he impregnates one of them gorillas, he doesn't really have that much interest in the baby. And what happens is, once she's knocked up and she has the kid, he's too busy trying to find a new bit of pussy with never had a baby and chasing the other female gorillas. And what happens is the other 4, the beta gorillas, turn up and pretend to look after that baby to get themselves some gorilla puss. That's what happens. So now let's extrapolate that out, right? So we're talking about the bum in high school, right?
Yes.
But man, if my man can run around and impregnate 4 bitches, and then some other dudes come along taking his fucking kid to school, and he's like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't that guy. I know.
Neither am I.
So you feel me?
Yo, neither am I. Yo, it's plagued me. And then you know what? And listen. Good thing you're well traveled, because if you were just fucking just always like stateside, you're gonna get shamed with the term of you got little dick energy.
Oh, bro, listen, and
you got little dick energy because you won't take little Johnny that was born with the girl that you're fucking, but he was born by the nigga who fucked her and dipped. He's on to his other women.
That's right.
If you won't bring her to school because you're dealing with his mom. You have a little dick energy. You don't have confidence. Confidence now, they're rebranding it. They're rebranding it to be, you could take care of another man's production.
Bro, you know what's crazy? This actually ties back in. Serious. It ties back in perfectly to what you were saying earlier about traveling. If you go to Russia, I lived in Moscow for a while, right?
I listened to everything you were saying. I'm like, yo, this is like a different land. Bro, I've never been.
Bro, in Russia, a woman with a child ain't going to get a dude. She ain't going to get a guy. So the reason they break up less, the reason the women stick by the men, the reason the women are more loyal is because by the time she has that man's kid, her chance of leaving and dating somebody else is fucking 0. So if her man's still basically paying the bills, all right, he cheats, he does what he does, but he's home twice a week and the bill's paid. She ain't got nowhere else to fucking go, because the idea of being a single mother and getting a man in a place like Russia is 0. You come here to America and it's just like, oh yeah, you're right, you should take him to school. I don't owe that motherfucker nothing. He ain't mine. Right?
Yo, I don't know if you know this person. But she's a cool person, like just dealing with. But there's a woman named Brittany Renner. She has a kid by a basketball player, right? The basketball player, I think everyone was kind of clowning him. He wants no parts to do with that, right? She made a video and she says, listen to this. She says, it's stepdaddy season. Oh my God. She's looking for dudes to be a father for the kids she had with the basketball player. He doesn't want no parts of. And she's even saying, oh, he should go get a girl to take care of our kid when our kid's with you. So now what's happening in America is like these baby daddy facilitated families are popular. So you're with a girl, she's a baby mama. Of course, she's not with a daddy, but now you're the daddy. So we're going to look to Andrew to take care of the child. Andrew, you got to show up to the parent-teacher conference. Bro. Andrew, you got to drop off the kid all the time. You got to buy him ice cream.
You know what? This actually ties into a greater point. We're talking about the gorillas before, but what makes the alpha gorilla? In most cases, amongst the gorillas, it's testosterone levels. So you look this up, put it on the screen. Look up testosterone levels and interest in babies. And they find that really high testosterone level men, we love our children, of course. But we can't be around them all fucking day. Like, we gotta be like, yeah, baby, boom, boom. All right, safe. See you next week. You know what I'm saying? Because we're about that life. We got shit to do. We ain't sitting there playing. We ain't gonna be a second mother, right? So on top of that, if you're picking up some dude's kid and looking after him, you all know that the big testosterone brother did to go get new pussy, and you're sitting there changing diapers, bro. That's a serious ego shot. Bro, put the study on the screen. Testosterone levels, link testosterone levels, and time with children. Fathers with super high testosterone levels didn't want to be around their kids as much as the soy boys. They want to be another mother, right? It doesn't mean you don't love your kid. It means you got other shit to do.
Andrew, keep it 100 with me. I need you to be very, very. Oh my God!
Yes,
this is hey, listen. I want you to be honest with me, okay?
Yeah.
Are you like? Would you look at someone who is playing the stepdaddy role a little bit? Like he doesn't have kids yet.
Yep.
So there's dude A doesn't have kids yet, but he gets with this beautiful woman.
Yep.
She has a kid. Let's say Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Of course, now he has kids with her, but at the time when he got with her, he didn't have kids. Yep. And then he started like hanging around the kid's daddy was Future, like little baby Future. It was like, hey, I'm gonna teach her how to throw a football. I'm gonna bring you here and this and third. I'm the stepdad.
Yeah.
I always looked at that and be like, yo, man, that's a guy who's just he's so selfless. Like, it's not me. I couldn't be that.
Me neither.
But I guess I respect it because like maybe he's so maybe I'm selfish.
Yeah.
Is that selfish?
I know what you're saying. Maybe because he's so selfless, he doesn't have an ego that he can do this great, amazing thing.
Because you know what women are gonna say? You're a misogynist because you're just fucking selfish.
Well, it's all okay. I know you're right about what they're gonna say, but I'm not gonna comment on him in particular. You're right. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And it's down to what your dream life is. So I know exactly what my dream life would be.
What is it?
So I'm not even saying I'd pull this off, right? But this is what my actual genuine dream life would be. I think the idea of being tied to one female forever exclusively would be basically torturous. Now, I'm not saying, no, I'm telling you. Now, I'm not saying I don't want a woman who loves me. I want a woman to be exclusive to me.
Yo, Fresh.
Bro.
This is the GOAT.
Bro, I want a wife.
Keep it 100, man. I like it.
I want a wife in regards to her being a wife to me, but I always want my freedom. I value my freedom, and I've worked too hard